starting off with the design. I draw the design up on a piece of paper, and then I have these plastic sheets. I'm using a plastic plate today for a dry point, and I'm lining this up very, very carefully. If it was just one colour, I wouldn't really care that much, I'd just slap it on, but this has got to be lined up perfectly. I've actually drawn a pencil line around the outside to line it up on my paper, because I'm going to do this 4 times, and each one has to line up as perfect as I possibly can. Okay, there it is. I used my dry point tool to scratch away. If I scratch really deep, I get a fuzzy line, but if I just do it lightly, I get small lines. Also using a colograph technique on one of the plates, I'm actually using some PVA glue. I have my 4 plates here. I'm going to start with a green colour, then a brown colour, then the next one is going to be the water, which is a grey blue colour, and finally I'm going to print black over all of them. I'm using a thicker paper. It's about 300 gram paper. I always sort of drip it from the corner like that, then stick it in some blotting paper. This is pretty stock standard. If you look at my other video on how to do an etching, you'll sort of also see that I've sort of gone through this process before with a few little differences. Always shove gloves on because this stuff's not great for your skin. So I've smeared ink on. Now I'm just polishing off with the telephone book, and it is just basically cleaning off the surface so that the ink stays in the groove. Put my paper down. This time I'm putting the paper down first and the plate on top, very carefully putting it in place like that. You get one shot at that. Run it through the press. Now the other side, I use my dry point tool again to try and pick it up. I've got to do it very, very carefully, and sometimes it can be pretty annoying because you can get marks where you don't want them. And the more passes through the press, the more you're likely to get smudge marks on it. Very, very carefully now putting down the brown, using the tool just to sort of get it just millimeters in the right direction so it's all perfectly registered. Through the press again. I do this 4 times until the final print, which is the black, and we're going to peel it off now. It's going to come up. The black tends to hold all the other colours together. Again, it's just a fiddly thing. This is, one of the problems you have with this fiddling around these plates. And here we have 4 colours. Whoop, no, I'm not drunk, just moving the camera. You can sort of see the colograph technique on the water worked out quite well. It's not the greatest print. Just check out that water. That looks pretty cool. The rest of it's a bit insipid. I'm not really keen on dry point as much as I am on etching, but it is a great way of getting registration very easy in printmaking.